Hello everyone, Michael Wolfe for WatchReport.com. Today I'd like to take a look at a new watch model, actually new watch brand and model. This is the Belmoto Track Day. This is the blue, dark blue and silver model. Belmoto Watches is actually an offshoot of Magrette timepieces, and I'm sure most of our followers and folks that have seen our videos and so forth are very familiar with Magrette timepieces. Dion at Magrette really puts forth a fantastic timepiece, and you're going to see a lot of similarities in how this watch is constructed in relation to Magrette timepieces. Now, as far as Belmoto is concerned, this particular brand is going to focus more on driving inspired, racing inspired, touring, whatever you want to call it, inspired timepieces. And the Track Day is a great example of that. Now, the Track Day retails for $500 USD, and there are a boatload of great specifications with this particular timepiece. As always, I wanted to start out by showing the watch on my 7 3/4 inch wrist. Tons of wrist presence. As you can see, lots of sizing options. Going to be probably fitting well over an 8 1/4, 8.5 inch wrist before you're going to have to look for a custom strap. But great looking watch on the wrist. So let's get this off, talk about the watch a little bit more. Want to hit a few specific highlights and details. Now, starting with the case, anyone that is familiar with Magrette timepieces is going to see the same great cushion style case. Now we have brushed and high polished finishes, provides a great contrast in finishes. We have two crowns, one at the 10, one at the 3. They are both screw down crowns, and I'll go into functions here shortly. And then we have PVD'd function pushers for the chronograph feature of this particular watch. And then one of the other great features, and this is pretty standard on any Magrette timepiece, and I think we're going to start seeing it on, on any Belmoto style timepiece. And right there, drilled lug holes. Makes strap changes really super simple if you're not going to use like a quick pin exchange system. This is actually, I think, probably my preferred method of swapping out straps. Now, the crown here at the 10 o'clock position, as I mentioned, is a screw down crown. And what it will actually do is operate the bezel. And the bezel rotates both ways. It's bidirectional. And it will allow you to use the bezel as a secondary time zone. Now, on a lot of racing inspired driving style watches, you're going to have a tachometer or something like that to calculate, speed and so forth. This particular model, no, that's not the case, but I don't think it's specifically designed for racing and gathering that speed. Obviously, the chronograph can give you, a time, over a quarter mile, whatever you may want to calculate, but beyond that, it's not going to give you that with this bezel. Now, the great thing about this, I think any watch that has an internal rotating bezel, if it doesn't have a screw down crown, it's just a waste of a component, because if this doesn't screw down, it's just going to knock that bezel out of place constantly, and that would just be completely and totally irritating, at least for me. So I'm glad that it screws down and locks it in place. Screw down crown again at the 3. And both crowns have the Belmoto logo. And the crown size is very proportional to the case, which I really like. It's not oversized, it's just right. Easy to grasp, rotate, no wobble. Now, sapphire crystal. And then when you get down to the dial, I think that angle, that shot right there, gives you the perfect view of why this is called dark blue and blue and silver. You can see that the the bezel is a lighter blue. The actual interior portion of the dial is a darker blue. And then obviously when you add in the red accents, it really gives it that racing or driving theme. So the other great thing, and let's see if I can, there you go. This will probably show it off really well. As you can see, it is a sandwich dial. So that inner dark blue portion is laid upon a luminous background. So all of those markers are loomed. We'll show you that Loom Shot here shortly. Large date window at the 6, 24-hour counter at the 3, and a 60-minute counter at the 9. Now, this watch houses the Seiko VK64 chronograph hybrid mecha quartz movement. Now, what makes that special? Well, it has that hybrid mechanical feature that is built into this particular quartz movement. And how does that work? Well, let's start the chronograph. Now, one of the things that this particular movement touts is the second hand. They say that it has more of an automatic type sweep motion to it. I don't think it really does. I think it resembles, you know, a quartz. You can really see it skipping along there like you would a quartz second hand. But where it becomes unique is when you stop it, like the Value 7750 automatic movement. When you reset it, it has an instant reset to 0 function. And it's a mechanical piece or component that's built into the movement that allows that snapback motion of the chronograph second hand, rather than the quartz movement motoring that chronograph second hand through the time zone back up to 0. I don't know if there's less of a draw on the battery. I don't know. But I prefer that snapback. I think it's just very cool. And it does resemble what you see with, say, a Value 7750. Really highly engraved case back. Now, one of the things that I really like what Dion's doing with the Belmoto line is he's being very transparent that this is an offshoot from Magrette timepieces. Like a lot of companies, they will try to, you know, to hide the relationship. Well, not with Dion and Magrette. And case being, as you can see right here, by Magrette timepieces. So, love the transparency. Great blue leather strap. As you can see, the holes, very racing, driving, touring inspired. Again, lots of sizing holes. Should show you just how many are there. Great buckle, and resembles the Magrette buckles with the Belmoto logo on it. So, there you have it. This is the Belmoto track day. Let me see if I can get you a Loom Shot real quick. Show you how great the loom is on these. C3 Super Luminova. So it glows like a torch, as you would expect. It's going to have a lot of staying power. So again, there we have it. This is the Belmoto track day. Retails for $500 USD, and it is the racing style, driving style model moniker under Belmoto from Magrette Timepieces. And I really look forward to seeing what Dion comes out with next in this line. I would like to thank Dion for working with Watch Report on this particular watch model being provided for review. I would like to thank each one of you for watching, and stay tuned for our next video presentation. Now go on over to watchreport.com, check out the full written review. Also, follow us here on YouTube. We'd love to have you as followers. Thank you.